Joseph Antonio Cartagena, known professionally as Fat Joe, stands as one of the most recognizable figures in hip-hop. His story woven with the threads of resilience, hustle, and reinvention. Born on August 19, 1970, in the South Bronx, New York, Joe was raised in the Forest Houses, a housing project deeply affected by poverty and violence. His upbringing was harsh, marked by limited resources and a daily struggle for survival. But even amid those conditions, the rhythms of the Bronx, the birthplace of hip-hop, began to shape his identity. As a child, Joe faced bullying for his weight and battled dyslexia, which made school life difficult. Feeling isolated and angry, he turned to the streets for solace and protection. Yet despite the tough exterior he built, Joe had an artistic spark inside him. He fell in love with hip-hop at a young age, inspired by pioneers like KRS-One, Big Daddy Kane, and LL Cool J. His older brother introduced him to rap music, and Joe began writing rhymes and developing his own voice. His passion quickly grew into ambition. In 1992, Joe released his debut single, Flow Joe, which catapulted him into the mainstream after it hit #1 on the Billboard Hot Rap Songs chart. His debut album, Represent, came out the following year and was praised for its gritty realism and Bronx authenticity. Fat Joe was immediately recognized not just as a rapper, but as a voice for his community. In 1995, his second album, Jealous One's Envy, cemented his place in East Coast hip-hop. Around this time, he joined the Diggin' in the Crates crew, DITC, an underground hip-hop collective known for its lyrical excellence and raw sound. His connection with other artists helped him hone his craft and laid the foundation for one of the most impactful chapters in his career. One of Fat Joe's most defining moments came in the late 90s when he formed the group Terror Squad. He recruited emerging talents, including Big Pun, Remy Ma, Cuban Link, and others. Big Pun, in particular, would go on to become the first Latino rapper to go platinum. Fat Joe played a major role in mentoring Pun and pushing his talent to the forefront. Their friendship was deep and sincere, making Pun's sudden death in 2000 a devastating personal and professional loss for Joe. He has often spoken about the pain of losing his closest friend and the emotional collapse that followed. Still, Joe pressed on. In 2001, he released Jealous One's Still Envy, J-O-S-E, his most commercially successful album. It featured the mega hit What's Love with Ashanti and Ja Rule. The song became a club anthem and broadened his appeal to a wider audience. It showcased his ability to create crossover hits without abandoning his street roots. Then came Lean Back, a track with Remy Ma that dominated 2004. It was the song of the summer and marked the height of Terror Squad's fame. With its infectious beat and danceable hook, Lean Back became a cultural phenomenon, playing in clubs, on radio stations, and at parties around the world. While Fat Joe found commercial success, he also faced personal and legal challenges. He was arrested multiple times, including for tax evasion, and he served a short prison sentence in 2013. But even incarceration didn't break his spirit. Instead, Joe used the time to reflect on his life and return with renewed purpose. He continued releasing music, collaborating with artists like DJ Khaled, Lil Wayne, and French Montana. The 2016 release of All the Way Up with Remy Ma proved that Joe still had the magic touch. The song earned Grammy nominations and reminded the world that Fat Joe could still deliver hits decades into his career. Outside of music, Joe expanded into other ventures. He appeared in films like Scary Movie 3 and voiced characters in animated features. He launched a podcast, hosted award shows, and even entered the world of fashion and business. He became an advocate for issues affecting the Bronx and Puerto Rican communities, donating money and resources after Hurricane Maria and supporting fire victims in New York. In 2022, he received an honorary doctorate from Lehman College, a rare recognition for a rapper from his background. He used the opportunity to speak about redemption, growth, and the importance of giving back. Yet despite this career full of accomplishments, Fat Joe's legacy now hangs in the balance. In 2025, serious allegations surfaced. A $20 million lawsuit was filed by his former associate, accusing him of engaging in sexual misconduct involving minors and claiming that he paid underage girls for sexual acts. The lawsuit also alleges that Joe manipulated his inner circle, withheld royalties, and abused his position of power to control others. Fat Joe has denied all allegations. His legal team claims the lawsuit is an attempt at extortion, and Joe himself has stated that the accusations are completely false. He countersued for defamation, claiming that the charges are fabricated to destroy his reputation and legacy. As of now, no criminal charges have been filed, and the case remains in civil court. The hip-hop community is divided. Some have rushed to his defense, citing his decades of charitable work, mentorship, and loyalty to his community. Others are calling for accountability, arguing that the gravity of the accusations demands a serious response. For fans, it's a confusing moment, trying to reconcile the image of the man they grew up listening to with the disturbing nature of the claims. Regardless of how the case resolves, there's no denying Fat Joe's impact on music and culture. He brought Latino voices to the forefront of hip-hop, broke down barriers, and remained relevant in a constantly shifting industry. His collaborations have bridged generations, his beats have filled dance floors, and his words have inspired both admiration and debate. He is, in every sense, a product of the Bronx, a fighter, a survivor, a storyteller. But now he stands at a crossroads. If proven innocent, he may continue building his brand and helping others. If found guilty, it will tarnish not only his name, but the legacy he spent decades building. In a career that has seen its fair share of ups and downs, this may be the most defining chapter yet. Fat Joe has always said that he raps from experience, from the streets, from loss, from pain, and from resilience. As the world watches this legal battle unfold, only time will tell how his story will end. But for now, he remains one of hip-hop's most complicated and fascinating figures, someone whose music, impact, and controversy have left an indelible mark on the culture he helped shape.